you today? Ma'am, what's up? 333, Angel by Shaggy playing. Been coming through a lot. This one and that song by Tim McGraw and Nelly over and over again. Somebody has been in their head. Seriously, guys, you really need to get out of this. Observe, don't absorb. But dragons are gonna come through with sharks. We're on our way to Denver. Gonna go play a little bit. We all know how I love my dragons. You think you're better than them, better than them. You think they're really your friends, really your friends. But when it comes to the end, you're just the same as them, same as them. So let it go, that's the way that it goes. First you're in, then you're out, everybody knows. You're hot and you're cold, you're a light in the dark. First you wait and you see that you're swimming with sharks. It's coming to get you. Nope, that's not why I came on here. I came on to talk about looking for love in all the wrong places. Because that used to be me. Bam. I was always looking for love in all the wrong places. It's kind of why I was a mom at 17, you know. If I couldn't find it somewhere else, I thought having a child, you know, they would always have to love me, right? Because in my mind, you know, I had unconditional love for people that were my blood. And so if I had a child, they would have unconditional love for me because I had unconditional love for my parents. Yeah, my brain, here's the thing about me that I had to learn. My heart was always more pure than a lot of other people. And I could never envision some of the things that other people could do. The cruelty, the evil, the shit they would do, they would say, that never computed to me because I could never fathom doing that to another person. So I was always surprised when it was done to me because I'm like, how could, you know, someone else do something like that? You know, even in my marriage, I remember having lots of pride and fits saying, how could somebody that says they love me say such hateful, hurtful things to me, even if it isn't a bit of anger, argument, or whatever, on a daily or weekly basis or whatnot. Swimming with sharks. Anyhow, so whenever I was 17, you know, I actually got pregnant on purpose. That in my mind, you know, I needed somebody to love me because I was looking for it in all the wrong damn places, you know, and of course my kids love me. But it wasn't about that. How could anybody love me if 911, how could anybody in Vegas, this pretty Vegas is coming on, how could anybody love me if I couldn't find it inside myself first? That was the kicker. And I didn't even know I didn't love myself. Confirmation. It's, yeah, 70-70. I didn't even know I didn't love myself. How do you know what you don't know until you know? So yeah, so I had kids, try to find love. I thought I was in love with my second ex-husband since I was 14. You know, I can remember the first time I saw him in the gym in school in Randolph. You know, and thinking I was going to have his kid. Self-prophecy. Yep, I was a seer even back then. We sometimes self-fulfill our prophecies. But here's the thing. I would also always see what they wanted to be, what they were. I could see what their potential was, their higher self, their higher spirit. We're spiritual beings. And I'm a way shower. That's my gift, is I can see things in people that they sometimes forget to see inside themselves. Plus, I can see your little kids, and your little kids love me. That's kids are drawn to me. Animals are drawn to me. There's a reason for that. I draw out the little kids to come and play. It's kind of like that show, Drop Dead Fred. I totally resonated with that show. Yeah, I know. And so, when you're looking for love outside of yourself, you're never going to get it, and Spirit had to take everybody out of my life for me to understand that 44, that I'm not meant for everybody. It doesn't matter if we're blood, they still got to do the work. I raised them all, and I loved them all. I loved all my exes as well, but none of them wanted to do the work, so they had to be taken out of my life. And every time I tried to fix things, it never worked out, because I always tried to fix things that sometimes I didn't freaking break. But I was such a people pleaser and thinking I needed people in my life to love me, that I would go out of my way to reach out to people to try to fix things that wasn't mine to fix. And you can't do that and have a healthy relationship, because everybody's got work to do. That's like chasing things that don't belong to you. Doesn't matter how much you want them. In my mind, I wanted my ex so bad. He was like a drug to me. It was bad. Do you believe in love? Yeah, it goes something like this. I wanted him something awful all the time. It was like a drug that I could not get out of my system, that he was not healthy for me, because he did not love me the way that he should have. He did not take care of me 9/9 again the way that I needed him to. He took care of himself, but me not so much, narcissistic tendencies, abandonment issues, everything was about him. So anyhow, I was always looking outside of myself for confirmation, for love, and holding on to things that were no longer meant for me, that were no longer good for me. 7/7, 22. But I was very stubborn. I know. OMG. Yes. Very, very, very stubborn she was. 7/7 again. You cannot make this shit up. And I had to learn to be alone. This was not all easy, especially for someone that has never been alone. Crime. I have. Whenever I was forced into exile, into hermit mode, into myself, into finding me, into finding God. Why me? It is on a license plate. Yes. I said that a lot. I actually was done a lot. Kind of like some of y'all, I did not want to be here anymore. That's when my starseed stuff started coming online, and I could have died 2 years, nobody would have known it. I kind of did. And it was not a pretty one. I know. I'm going to talk about that at some other point. But anyhow, this is about finding love in all the wrong places. And guys, it's not outside of you. Stop hanging on to things that no longer serve you. And you know this because they're hard. They're confusing. You're fighting all the time. You don't trust each other. You can't be you. You can't talk about things that excite you. You know, you don't do things that excite you. You know, you're not talking to people that lift your soul, that light your heart on fire. You know, life's not guaranteed. So if you're not doing that kind of stuff, if you're not having the day that you want to have, you need to change that stuff. Look for love right here. Fall into yourself. And then reach out to people that you know is good for you. You know is full of light and love, that is on the right frequencies to help lift you up instead of bring you down all the time. We're meant to lift people up. If people are making you feel bad about certain things, then they're not meant to be in your life. They got work to do. You know, old beliefs, it's time for all that to die. It's time to raise the hell up and wake up. I hope this helps somebody out there. I feel like I rambled a little bit. Vikings. Love you guys. Subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have a great day.